development, and we've also gotten a lot of issues also building up after that ugly scenario here at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja, on Tuesday. Well, I remain Abdullah Hajia welcoming you to this program. We'll be going on a short break, and when we return, we'll be talking more beyond just what happened at the stadium on Tuesday. The Eagles failed to fly, and the Giants of Africa will be missing in action when other countries will be at Qatar to play the World Cup, one of the, if not the most important football fiesta in the world. Well, I know we're still nursing that injury of not qualifying, and I know so many things happened at the stadium and outside the stadium. But I will not be alone today on this program. As I welcome Abiola Shodie, as a sports analyst and also a colleague from Wazobia FM. You're welcome on Capital Sports today.
Thank you very much for having me. But even though it's not the best of time, but always good to be on Capital Sports.
I definitely will definitely come here to talk and also try to also uh, join the bandwagon of also nursing the injury and also appealing to Nigerians at this moment because we know boys are not smiling like they always say. What the Super Eagles and the those in charge did is not something I think we should be smiling. But nonetheless, we'll be here to just look at some of these issues, just so that moving forward, we'll see what are those lapses and also what we need to do if actually we must be part of some of this international and important sporting fiesta. More so when Nigeria has maintained a consistency of always appearing, at the World Cup since 1994. I think so. Nigerians are used to seeing their own team play at the World Cup, but this time around, we'll say we're very sorry that won't happen. Now, should you, in just a summary, like a recap, what did you see, and probably what would you say went wrong in your own lens of a journalist?
Well, a lot went wrong. I think it was a process, a gradual process before we eventually landed where we ended. That was not qualifying. Many not well thought about decisions were taken from the sport ministry. I think the sport ministry also should take a big share of the blame. They heavily influenced the national team a lot. The sport minister Sunday Dare heavily influenced the national team. Forgetting that the Super Eagles is bigger, way bigger than a personal interest. The NFF also, lack of decision making, and bad timing, dilly dallied on many things. Not It showed that they didn't properly plan for the success of the Super Eagles. It was just a try and error process. But by and large, we could see that the team lacked leadership, both technically, from the bench, and also individual leadership in the field of play. So I think the Ghana team that stopped Nigeria from going to the World Cup were not better than Nigeria. The team was not better. Player for player, they were not better. They just had this unity of purpose, in them, and the determination to get it done. If they met a better team, I'm very sure they would have been knocked out. But the unity of purpose, on and off the field, from Ghana, everybody working, towards a common goal of qualifying Ghana, eventually triumph. But for Nigeria, from the bench, you could see the body language, felt like these guys didn't know what they were doing. And even in the field, it translated into the field. The players were all confused, they didn't know what direction to go. You understand? No leaders, real leaders in the field as well. So I feel it's about time Nigeria, had a change of guard. let's take the next 4 years to build. It's going to be a long process, but we have to take the suffering of building. Let's excuse some players from the national team. Build with young crop of players. It's always been a young team, but we know that football is not about age. You understand? It's about your mind. Your desire, the hunger, and your quality. Victor Osimhen, very young, 23 years old, leading some men who are 33 years. You understand? When the 33-year-old failed to show leadership, a 23-year-old can lead in quality, in charisma, and every other thing. So let's put some young crop of players together. But unfortunately, we have killed the age grade teams, which could have produced the players to transit easily. So right now, the NFF must be very fast and must have deep thinking. Must be very serious about building the next generation for Nigeria Football Federation. Don't waste time. Sports, the individuals who can help Nigeria get this done. Get them and then give them the
Okay,
mandates.
okay, sure. Well, realistically speaking, I think you're right when you say we need to build moving forward. But before we go to the issue of building, we're still on the issue of probably let's understand some of this issue in the interest of our viewers. I like your perspective. Is a shared blame, especially the aspects of the technical crew, the players themselves who were in the pitch, and knowing fully well they had the support of over 60,000 fans, and beyond, and the administrators themselves. So I think it is high time, like you say, we began to get a team. We have identified some of these in through observations to say, when are we going to have that team we'll call our own, not the assemblage of players from Asia, Europe, America all the time. The blend is not there. Senegal has a team. We saw Cameroon also, coming to also build a team, and you saw how they fought until they, got that result in fiery Algeria. Now, we saw the result, not favorable to us. We're not going to the World Cup. That is a fact. Now, we saw the fans were not happy, and even though so many people have come out to condemn, is uncalled for. But how would you also describe, the fans' vexation, with what's probably happened as a footballing nation? I think it wasn't good for us.
Well, very unfortunate, quite unfortunate that some of the fans were a bit erratic. They need to understand that this is football. You win sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It doesn't go your way sometimes, but you must learn the sportsmanship spirit. Nigeria has gone away some years back and beating some teams at their backyard. Nothing happened. You will lose some. You just need to learn to soak these things in. That's the true spirit of sportsmanship and fair play in football. It might hurt, the moment it happens, but it's not for you to take to destroying. What's needed is deep reflection and asking of questions. Tasking those who are saddled with the responsibility to do the right thing. I condemn that. No fan should take laws into their hands. I think the Nigeria football fans should have a better understanding of football. You pay for the value, you don't get the value. You have the right to question those whom you have saddled with the responsibility. You understand? But do not destroy anything. It's against the laws of football, against the etiquette of football, FIFA, and everything. So let us always try to be professional. Even though I know emotions can get in, but let's try to be professional. The players are professionals. The fans also should be professional in their supportership.
Yes, the fans should be professionals, but I know, like you said, sometimes our emotions, gets out of hand to be by controlling, our minds and actions. Now, one thing that I know is certain is the issue of FIFA and CAF probably, coming with a sanction, because I think this is one thing that is never tolerated anywhere in the game of football. So we'll continue to monitor and see what happens later. More so when I think there was a loss of life, even though some are not linking it with the unfortunate incident. But whether you like it or not, there was an incident, and which also at the end of the day, unfortunately, I think a life was lost.
Well, thankfully, the life lost, the life of Dr. Joseph Kabungu of Zambia, a CAF doctor, was not connected to the rage of the fans. I think CAF they have been able to establish that, it was a death that occurred naturally. You understand? But I think CAF will wait for its own report. They appointed match commissioner, coordinator, security officials. They would have to submit in their own report. The breach of security at the stadium might as well have come from CAF's end and the organization, because when you're organizing a match of this magnitude, FIFA knows that it's a match of high risk. A match of high risk. When you talk of matches, Egypt Senegal, a match placed, grade one high risk. Nigeria Ghana placed high risk, considering the historical rivalry of these two countries. So you know that you have to be well prepared. Now CAF must look at it. How did the fans get in the stadium? Because you know that every football fan going to attend the match have a tendency of wanting to invade the pitch, of wanting to meet with the players. The motive might be unknown. Maybe a good motive or bad motive, might be unknown. But how did they get in? It shows that someone somewhere, failed in its responsibility. Who opened the gates for the fans to get in? How did the fans get in? You understand? CAF would have to ask its own security officer, why did this happen? The reports from the security officer. So at the end of the day, Nigeria may not, suffer much. It depends on the report. It depends on the report, because the CAF security officer should be able to give explanation. But at the end of the day, I know that Nigeria may be fined, by FIFA and CAF. But CAF in its own part must have a review of how that's got out of
in as much as we don't want to be preemptive of some of this issue, or wait to see what happens at the end of the day, or that will come out very clean. And also another sanction, sometimes it could be that a particular stadium where such thing happen will be barred, from hosting international competition.
Yeah,
these are also
yes.
possibilities. Okay, well, this is Capital Sports, reaching you from the Unity Station, NT Channel 5, Abuja. It is that program for you where we always want to entertain and hear from you. And today we have serious burning issues. I know you're not smiling, but we'll try to cheer you up to say, well, if there is life, there is hope, and we have so many competitions that we'll be participating in, to be able to, take care of what we just lost, talking about the World Cup. And just before I even open the line, I think we'll have a caller. Let's get to hear from this, our number one caller for today. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Please, your name quickly. Well, we lost that caller. Now, Shodia, now we are beginning to get results over failure. In the past, you hear about somebody who is incompetent, if I may use that word, or somebody who has failed in a particular contractual agreement. Most times, coaches are hired and fired based on meeting a particular contractual agreement. You take us to the World Cup, you take us to quarterfinal stage, or you go win the World Cup for us, or your particular competition. If you fail to, get to that level, probably you will be considered to have failed in, your responsibility. Now, we just reliably gathered that I think the technical crew, has been fired by the NFL. But before you run, let's see if we can get this caller. Hello, good afternoon. Sorry. Okay, if you can attempt to talk on that.
Well, I think it was expected that the Nigeria Football Federation would take action. If the Nigeria Football Federation did not take action, it was expected that the technical crew led by Austin Guavon would do the most honorable thing. There are always consequences.
Consequences, let's see. Okay. Okay, we lost that caller. Okay, please continue.
In situations like this, and in this type of professions, there are always consequences. When you fail to meet a target expectations, expect the consequence. It's not only Nigeria. Egypt's coach Carlos Queiroz, threw in the towel, because the target set for him before the employment was to qualify Egypt for the World Cup, which he failed. He has tendered his resignation Algeria's coach Jamal Belmadi, has tendered his resignation. He knows he's failed the country. And now it should not be different with Nigeria, and that's why we'll always ask the NFF to make known, some of the details of the contract. What are the clauses, in this contract. I'm sure Iguavon knew, if ever there was any contract he signed before being employed, when he was asked to become the interim coach of the Super Eagles, are there targets, that you have to meet? Are there conditions you have to meet? If you fail, this is what happens, But I feel like this is an end of the road, end of era, end of a journey, because obviously, a Guavon technical-led crew, has failed to meet the target. The World Cup was Nigeria's main priority. You understand, and that was why Nigeria could look away. When the team crashed out at the round 16 of the Nations Cup. Okay.
Okay, let's see if we can get this call across. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, can you hear us? I think we can't hear. Okay.
So, since Eguavon could not get Nigeria over the line, I think the most honorable thing is for everyone to be excused, should excuse himself or he will be excused, and we are getting the feelers that the NFF have done what they were supposed to do, If these men have failed, then you excuse them.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, quickly, please, your name, where you're calling us from.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, your name, please.
This is Mohammed from Kabusa.
All right, Mohammed Kabusa, quickly, please. You've heard some of the issues on the program.
Okay, I think it was not a good one for inside the pitch. I think sometimes we need to control our anger. It's just funny. But I'm also not happy that the Super Eagles are not able to take it to Qatar. But we have to take it like that.
All right.
Good evening. Good afternoon, Abiola. You look good. Nice to see you.
Oh, thank you very much, Mohammed. Good to have you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Mohammed, for joining us. Likewise, other Nigerians are not happy to with that situation. I think nobody, would be happy, on that. Now, quickly. Oh, let's see if we can get this caller again. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Hello. Wow. Okay, now, see, beyond just talking about sacking the technical crew, whether you say you are excusing them, whether they are resigning or they are fired, whatever language you use. Now, somebody observed somewhere, the goalkeeping department, you have a goalkeeper trainer, and it's became a recurring problem for the Super Eagles not to have gotten, that perfect, person to man the goalpost. Most times we are, knocked out of a major competition as a result of poor goalkeeping. When are we going to have that, safe hands that will be able to do us proud?
Well, I think what's happening to Nigeria is as a consequences of lack of planning. What we seen today is as a result of things, decisions, and actions not taken 7, 8 years ago. You understand? Nigeria ought to have carefully planned for the future. When there was a time Nigeria had Enyama, Ejide.
Can you pause? Let's see if we can get this caller, please. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, quickly, please.
My name is Favor.
Favor, from where are you calling us from? All right, quickly, Favor. Contributions, observations.
Hello, good evening, Favor. Good to have you on the show.
I believe everyone was surprised that he was disappointed. And on the serious on the note, Coach Eguavoen wasn't disappointed. It wasn't based on appointment wasn't based on contract. So it was just something as a player manager. But I believe that like moves ahead like this afternoon that he has stepped down. So I believe maybe Coach Eguavoen can step in, then they'll just move all the technical crew. Then bring in new people, new players, people that are updated, that have faith, that want to move the sport of this country to the next level. Thank you.
All right, thank you for joining us. We appreciate your time and company on Capital Sports. Now, you're making a point, please, talking about the goalkeeping department. If we can quickly get that.
I was talking about the lack of planning from Nigeria. We need to football belongs to the youth, to the young ones. And when you fail to give them opportunity, you fail to give them the platform. You always experience a death, something like a death of talent. That's what Nigeria is experiencing right now. Goalkeeping is one very delicate situation, but not taken seriously here in Nigeria. We never took the development and growth of the goalkeepers seriously. The youth teams, the clubs, and all of that. What conscious efforts did Nigeria make to make sure that these are areas that could produce talent for Nigeria?
Okay, sorry, please, for continuing. Let's see if we can get this caller. Hello, good afternoon. Yeah, quickly, your name, please.
My name is Abraham.
Okay, Abraham.
Actually, I do their try their best that day.
Okay,
Yeah, they're the best, but not only for don't make us win that much.
okay.
Yeah,
All right, thank you.
yeah.
So, Abraham is saying it is probably God, he couldn't make it for us. Okay.
So right now the deal has been done.
Okay.
Is to look forward. I know Nigeria has a pool of young goalkeeping talents. All over Europe. We need Nigeria probably at this point in time needs new goalkeeper trainers. Scouts for the goalkeeper. I know there are some experienced goalkeepers around in Europe. No need to start mentioning names right now. Get Aloy Agu has been in national team for 7 years, but it seems he's not been able to fix the problems. Probably new training methods. New goalkeeping coaches. Would be able to give our goalkeepers the confidence because we have young goalkeepers now. Maduka Okoye, Uzo, and John Nobu. Although we know Daniel Akwe is in his 30s already, does not have many years in the national team again. Probably new goalkeeping techniques because I believe everything evolves. Football evolves, coaching evolves. Everything evolves. So as the world evolves, the Super Eagles national team should evolve as well because one particular problem keeps drawing the national team back, which is not good enough for the growth of football in the country. So let's look at tackling this issue
Okay,
once and for
we
all.
have a call, another caller. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Can you hear us? Hello, please, can you speak out, please? Okay, we seem to be having. You can call us back to be part of this program within the time remaining for us on the program. Now, quickly, please. How do we reconcile this? Saying that for a goalkeeper, the older
You
become,
get
the better your goalkeeping. Quickly, please.
the thing is, where are the goalkeepers? They are nowhere to be found. In all Nigeria's grassroots arrangements, the goalkeeping department seems to be the most neglected, even locally here. You understand? We must train goalkeeper trainers. You understand? Even at the club levels, look at all the clubs we have. Who are their goalkeeper trainers? What are the training methods, training techniques? So if you receive poor poor training, from your clubs, from grassroots, definitely no one should expect you to perform magic in the national team. So we must make conscious effort to develop the goalkeepers from grassroots and then get a capable.
Okay, please. Sorry. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Fine, quickly, sir. Your name and where you're calling us from?
This is Supoli Shire.
Okay, from where, sir?
I'm speaking from Bamdede.
Okay, yeah. Welcome to Capital Sport. Quickly, please. We're running out of time.
Actually, that day, the boys they tried.
Okay.
It was only on load. There was no lock. So the NFA should try by all means now to fix it in order.
Okay.
They should look for correct coach that will train the goalkeeper and the players.
Okay, sir.
And that's what I have now.
All right. Thank you, Sopo from Zuba. Well, you have made your input, and we thank you for being a part of Capital Sports today. Well, your parting words, Shodie.
Well, my parting words to Nigerians will be to keep believing and let's know that this is not the end. the world keeps moving. The disappointment of today may be the blessing of tomorrow if we do the right thing. Let's encourage those in charge, saddled with the affairs of running sports in Nigeria, to do the right thing. I believe in the next couple of years, everyone will smile again.
You know what? I must tell you that every Nigerian seems to be a coach, and that is because we're very passionate about football. That's why when the right decisions or the wrong decisions are taken, everyone seems to probably know what to be done. But I must tell you that it's not an easy job to be the coach of the Super Eagles in a country where everyone seems to be very passionate about football. But like you said, today's disappointment might turn out to be tomorrow's blessing. Let's keep hoping and believing in our team and putting behind the disappointment of yesterday, where we look forward to building a very formidable and viral team moving forward as a country. Well, same time, same station is another opportunity next week. We'll be here by the grace of God to come tell you some other things that probably we're not able to tell you. And we want to appreciate all our callers, and the lines are still bustling, but time wouldn't allow us hear from you. But we appreciate all those that have also put their voices across. We appreciate you, and on behalf of all those that have made it possible for us to reach you today, we want to say thank you for your company. Keep believing in the Super Eagles, because there will still be Super Eagles after this failure. Thank you for your time. I remain Abdullah Hajia, and I want to thank Biola Shodi once more for coming on Capital Sports, and thank you very much for your very, very deep insight and perspective. I must tell you we enjoyed it. Bye for now.